I don't know if it's okay to share or not, but I actually came up to a priest to ask for guidance, for some advice, and at the end, and he gave it to me. I think he was pretty clear and it did help. But when I was at the point to leave, I already said thank you, goodbye, etc. He said one thing. He said, don't forget about God. And it stuck with me. Why would he say this? What did I do wrong? I usually always know when I'm wrong. How do I say this? God is great. God is beyond what you think. September 2024, I went to the church here in Paris, and mind you that I've been in France for 3 years, and in Paris in particular for 2 years. I went to the church just a year ago, less than a year ago. The first 6 months I was very hesitant about the confession process, and I wanted, but I was so scared. I was very scared. And then I decided. I cannot explain what kind of liberation and relief I felt. Thank God, and of course thank you to the Father. And I just know that everything happened for a reason, and I discovered God at the right time. Of course, I shall not confuse God and the Father, but I cannot deny the significance of the Father either, right? Of course, I know that God is God, Jesus is God, but this Father played a huge role. Just the last year, he moved to France. I'm just so happy that Jesus gave me this Father on earth. Yeah. Guys, I think I have to share something. Probably one of the most weirdest thing to be ever vocalized. And at the same time, I know that that's one of the issues that actually is brought up into the open and has been discussed as and kind of judged, criticized, and has not been viewed as something normal, and I can completely understand. So the thing is that I've been going to the church, and I found there the most amazing Father, and I know that we shall not worship the Father, we shall worship God himself, of course, guys. But when I say that he's amazing, like he is, and he is not replacing God for me, you understand? He's kind of replacing me, my father, my earthly father, I have to be honest. Today I went out the church crying, and today is Easter, right? And the reason why I was walking out crying, literally like whining, is that before going there, I told myself, despite my desire to go to the liturgy for the first time on this day, on Easter day, I told myself that I do not deserve it, because having your first liturgy as the day of Easter is a little bit like a superficial, and you're not really going to the liturgy but to the Easter, right? and I was kind of, I was okay with that until I met my friend, my religious friend, who told me, why did you do that? You shouldn't have done that, because one of the fathers clearly told at the beginning of the liturgy, Eucharist, that everybody is welcome to get the Holy Communion. So she said, like, why are you depriving yourself, your own self? I really messed up. And then I went out and I started crying and stuff. And then, you know what God did? He made me meet two girls, young girls, who, thank God, I dared to say that, yeah, I'm free right now. We can take pictures and stuff. Until 5 p.m. I'm free. And at 5 p.m. I'm going to the church. They first were like, wait, wait. But then we started walking. We walked. There was a church. They wanted to come in. We went out, and one of the girls started saying, like, I had this one nice church in Monaco, which I really liked, like out of nowhere. I wouldn't say that she looked like a people pleaser. Why would she want to please me? Like in a domain which you really don't have to. You really don't have to please anybody in, right? Especially if you're not into this domain at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, and I didn't realize it that then, but now when I came back home, I'm like, what if it was God's way of reassuring me that I might did something good today, and the good is to shedding the light on him to the girl.